Okay, so we're starting off with nail prep. I just took off my last set, so there is a little bit of leftover material from my last set. So I'm just gonna start off with pushing back my cuticles. I'm using a metal cuticle pusher. A wooden one does just fine. This is just going to make sure that your nails look super clean and ready for your manicure. I'm getting my materials ready, and check out this cool manicure set that I got from Temu. So handy. So I'm just grabbing my cuticle nippers, my glass file, which I have been enjoying very much, and I'm getting my bits ready for my e-file. Now, whenever I use a diamond bit, which is like a metal bit if I'm not mistaken, I try my best not to push down on my nails too hard. This is just because you don't need to push that hard. It's just going to help you not damage your nails. So brushing off all of the excess dust. Okay, so now I'm using this nifty ceramic bit, and this is just to kind of help get under the cuticle. Once again, I'm not pushing down. Try my best to keep the bit parallel to my nail bed because you really don't want to point downward. That's gonna cause the most damage. So if you are new like myself with the e-file, you want to make sure that you're using a light touch and that you're keeping your bit as parallel to your nail bed as possible. And now with my glass file, I like to just round out my free edge. This is just personal preference. I do know that some people just trim their nails and then that's it. I like to do a little extra. And then going in with my cuticle nippers, I'm kind of obsessed with using this tool. And I'm surprisingly not that bad with it. And now I'm going to prepare my materials for the good stuff. I'm using just a little bit of rubbing alcohol to remove any of the excess dust. I know some people end up using their dehydrator and that's good enough. There are others that only use the rubbing alcohol and that's sufficient as well. I like to be a little more thorough. I'll end up using both. Most times I put a little bit of rubbing alcohol off to the side. This is going to help me do any cleanups as I'm applying my base. So now I'm getting my nail form ready. This is just going to help make sure that the extend gel has a surface to sit on basically. These are pretty nifty. It's my first time using nail forms. It wasn't so bad. It's not that difficult. So then I apply a little bit of the dehydrator and then the primer. I'm brushing it on as carefully as I can just so that I'm not touching my actual skin. So I recently bought this rubber base from Emily, I believe that's how you pronounce the brand. It is a UV LED soak-off rubber base. I really like this. I honestly had imagined that it would be a little less thick, but this being a rubber base, it definitely goes on thick. It's totally fine with me because this is still a soak-off, so it'll be simple enough to remove. So far, I haven't used any polygel on my natural nails just because that is something that I would need to file off, and I'm not so comfortable with using my e-file to remove product. I want to stick with what I know and what is safe for me to use, or what I deem safe, which is these soak off products. So now with the Emily Builder Base, I'm starting off at the free edge, but eventually I kind of wiggle it back toward the cuticle. This is helping me build a little bit of volume. It's also going to help extend my nail, which is what I want, without having to use any cover tips. And I do a few layers of this. This whole manicure ends up being a little thick, but I don't mind it. I actually think it's kind of cute when the nails look a little chunky, you know? So then after curing, I am then ready to remove the nail form. And look at that nail, girl. Yes! I use a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to remove the sticky layer. And then I wanted to see what it would be like to file this product. And it's actually pretty easy to file. So I went ahead and tried my best to shape my nail in kind of like an almond shape. It's my favorite shape. I just feel like it's really flattering and I'm able to still function, do what I gotta do, you know? And now with that ceramic bit, I'm just going around on some of the edge because some of the product ended up spilling onto the side. So now just repeating the process, applying the dehydrator, followed by the primer, making sure I'm not touching my skin with the product. And then I go ahead and use the rubber base. I also do this thing where I turn my hand, not upside down, but I guess like, you know what I mean? Just so that the product can collect, kind of helps me build that apex. I think if I were to do these again, I would probably do a more even coat of the rubber base because it does end up looking a bit patchy, and then fewer coats of the builder base extend gel. Same thing. If your nail happens to come out too pointy or not long enough, you can always pop on a nail form again and just continue to build the nail shape that you want. Manicures or sets, nail sets, are always so time consuming, but in my opinion, it's always so worth it because you just get that satisfaction. It's something that you did yourself. I love it. I love doing this. It's so therapeutic. It's kind of like my self-care moment. And you may have noticed I'm not wearing my glove. I didn't wear it just because I didn't want to deal with the fabric, sticking on any of the products. So I just decided to leave it out. But for the most part, I do use my glove just to protect my skin from the UV light. Okay, so it's the next day. I had to leave my nails last night as they are. I had to do a couple things around the house, but this is the current state of things. I don't love the way that I filed these, and I think I'm going to try my best to add a little more product over top. I'm really trying to get that round look to my nails so that it looks just a little bit more professional. So this is what I did with this one. I just added a little more product over top, and I didn't even need any nail forms. I didn't need anything additional other than just a little more product. And I turned my nail upside down so that the product could gather in a nice little pointed way. Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Allowed gravity to do its thing to the product. I do like the way that this nail came out, and I did that just now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of these, and then try my hand at filing them ever so slightly once again. So here we are. This is the newly shaped and buffed nails. Went ahead and washed my hands just to get all of the dust off. By the way, they're not perfect, but that's the thing with DIYs, right? Trying to make these red. I don't know, I've just been into this whole red nail situation. I think it's just so classy. So I think for this hand, I'm just gonna paint them all red. And then this hand, I want to do a design like this one. This is so cute. I found it on Pinterest. It's where I find all of my nail inspo. Now, the only red that I have is this one. I think it'll look okay. And then for my left hand, I do want to apply a nudie shade first. I kind of want to add maybe something that's gonna look a lot more natural, but I sort of feel like that's a little too white. There is this other jelly looking one that looks a lot more subtle. It's basically the same shade, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go in with the pinky one first. So I'm gonna get as close to the cuticle as I can. I hope this looks good. I think I may have added a little too much thickness to my nails, but oh well. Oh well. Let me pull this closer. Alrighty, and here they are. These are my nails. You would think that this hand, because it's done by my dominant hand, you would think that all of these would be perfect. Not the case. Not the case. This nail came out a little, I don't know, just like not such great of a shape. This one as well. I don't know, I'm kind of just over the whole filing thing, so it doesn't bother me, totally fine. This hand came out perfect. I love the shape of each of these. I love the color, just like the manicure of my dreams, you know? I love being able to do these myself, and yeah, this is what they look like in the daylight, in the sunlight. Super cute. They make me feel like I look much more put together, more polished, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching this easy nail video. Anywhoosies, back to you seeing my face. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm on my way to my mom's house. Oh, kitty! Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed my nail video. As per usual, my nail videos are pretty much just me sharing how I do my nails. It's not entirely a tutorial per se. I am having so much fun with my channel. I'm having so much fun with my content. So I hope that you're enjoying it too. If you want to hang out with me in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a like, please. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.